watching the Rockstar Diaries Special Edition TV show.
Hey!
Hello! Welcome to the very first virtual Healing Out Loud Summit. Woo! Yeah! If you know who we are, I am Janine Emily. This is my dear husband, Tracy Lee Smith. We are the Smiths, and we are speakers, coaches, heart-led leaders. Our mission in life is because we believe that no voice deserves to go unheard. I tell you what, that is our mission, is to help people be seen and heard and to find their stage, because their story, our story, might be the medicine that somebody needs. And I cannot wait to invite our 5 speakers that are here today. Can you bring them online with us?
And here.
Oh, woo! Hello, beautiful ladies, Rockstar ladies. If we could go around the room and if you could say your name and where you are tuning in from.
Nancy Hart from Colorado.
Nice.
Lorianne.
Lorianne, Tucson, Arizona. Yeah!
Woo!
And the
Tony
other
Chavez.
Lorianne
Oh, yes.
from
Laurie Hardie.
Seattle, Seattle-ish.
Nice.
Tony.
Hey, I'm Tony Chavis, and I'm in Hampton, Virginia.
Nice.
Miss Joellyn.
Hello, I'm Joellyn Martin, and I'm in South Lake, Texas.
Well, welcome everybody. You are in for a treat. All 5 of these ladies are powerhouses in their own field, in their own lives. And we are going to just start. We're going to dive right in. Lorianne. She could sing, but oh my goodness, she is good. What a way to intro. Good job. Wow, I knew you could sing, but drums, it is so great.
Girls like to hit things, right?
Oh, hey, Lorianne, are you ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready to rock and roll!
Woo! Let's go.
Okay. Hey, you guys. Thank you for having me on today. I'm Lorianne. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I am what many people call a transformation specialist. It has many meanings on many levels. But what I prepared for you today is something that's very near and dear to my heart, and I hope that I can deliver it and do it justice. First of all, I just want to come with a heart of gratitude and joy, because I'm on this side of the microphone talking about mental health, having not lost it completely before now. So, So my friends, the body is a radial frequency wave. Did you know that? That the body is a transmitter. It sends and receives signals constantly, never ending, nonstop, throughout time and space. It's a linear dance. It's a dance move that moves constantly and is eternally tuning up to me. The mind is a process server endlessly deleting, filtering, sorting, programming everything out that is not life force before it touches the soul. Because once the soul is harmed, it comes out of alignment, becomes hardened, lifeless and void, and death begins to set in. The body reveals the condition of all the soul has encountered in life. Without me, there's no way to clean it up. The mind is the mental health. The mind is everything. Care for it. Care for it as if it were a small child. Guard safely. Administer information. Avoid contrariness, bitterness, and the decay of hatred. I just stop for a moment and let that sink in. Think about a precious child, a little baby. The baby is rotund, healthy, beautiful, precious, unmarred. That's your brain. That's your brain when you're born. And that's where mental health begins. Before manipulation, obscenity, violence, before corruption begins, it is possible to heal if those things have occurred. It's possible to begin again. That's what I'm here for. Just for a moment, take that baby out of the crib. Can you visualize your brain in its little crib of its skull, just sitting in there? I know, it looks a little funny. It looks like somebody's intestines sort of all mushed up together and stuck in there, if you've ever seen a picture of your brain. But just for a moment, let's open the cradle. Let's take that baby, that brain, that beautiful, perfect contraption that loves you, that operates your system all day, every day, all night, all day, keeping your blood flowing, keeping your heart going, replenishing your DNA, searching through your body, our brain. Let's take it out for a moment and let's look at it. Your body will keep going, don't worry. I just want to bring awareness to the entire world for just a moment. This is your brain. In it is stored every memory that you ever had. In it is restored every phone call, every movie, every bit of violence, every harsh word, every raging, crazy person on the freeway. It's all there. Every vacation is there waiting for you to bring it out and have a look. Let's take ownership of our brain. Let's be aware. Let's be aware of what crosses the blood-brain barrier. Alcohol crosses the barrier. Tobacco crosses the barrier. Food colors, additives, lies, deceit, deception, media, news. It's all in there. And do you take your brain for granted? Do you ever think about it? Do you ever just thank God for it? Do you ever speak life over it? You just speak life over your brain? Thank God. Thank you, God, for giving me my own little supercomputer made in your image. Lord, help me to care for it. Help me to love it. Help me to use it to love and nurture and care for others. Thank you. Thank you for filtering all negativity and pain and harm before it reaches my soul, reaches my heart. Take authority over your brain. If you've encountered harmful things, if you've encountered drugs and alcohol, if you've even encountered generational things, your microbiome is damaged, it's affecting your brain. Let's take authority for that. Let's give our brain its best possible ability to serve us. And right now, if you feel led, if you're feeling affected, if you're feeling made aware that like, wow, I never even thought of my brain, it's just up there. Let's just for a moment, as a corporate group of people, let's just pray. Let's just say we're sorry. Jesus, come into our heart, Lord. You said that you're here to help us. Wash us, Lord, from lies, from fear, from anger, from rage, our own. We repent for our own anger, and for others, we forgive others that have affected our brain in a negative way. And Lord, we want you to heal us. We want you to heal society. We want you to heal the word. We want you to remove the goo of lies and deception, the thing that keeps us from loving one another, the thing that makes us believe ridiculous lines of division about this thing or those people or that people. We're all one. And Jesus, you said that our bodies are transmitters, sending and receiving constantly until it reaches your ears, until it reaches heaven. Lord, you record every thought, every word, every deed. Lord, forgive us if they've been harmful to the greater community and the greater world. And this day, Lord, wash us. Wash us with a fresh awareness of the brilliant creation that you have placed for us to use right between our ears. Lord, and reveal to people the proper nutrition, the proper exercise, the proper thoughts, the proper way to tune our transmitter to a more positive, loving, flowing, miraculous experience for everyone. Give us compassion, Lord. Give us compassion. We thank you, Lord, for this day. We thank you for this time together. And Lord, I believe that just something has happened. Something has happened in our little circle of congregants today. And something has happened on a greater sphere, Lord. That there'll be a great awakening and a great awareness of the need for kindness and love and peace and trust and transparency. And Jesus, I ask you to heal our souls where things have gotten in there and damaged our body, Lord. Lord, we ask you this day to come forth, Holy Spirit, and wash the entire world from negativity and negativism and hate. And fill us with light. Fill us with those radio waves that affect all of humanity, Lord. Help people to do research and understand that our brain is amazing. Did you know that every night your brain irrigates itself about 3 a.m? All the water in your brain from all day leaves at the base of your skull, and your body refreshes your brain with brand new water. I bet you didn't know that. You might want to research and look up. Say, well, should I drink some magnesium before I go to bed? Should I drink some water before I go to bed so my brain has the best water possible when I wake up in the morning? There's certain vitamins that cross that blood-brain barrier. I like DMG. I like to take various vitamins that nourish the brain and keep it young and active and energetic. How about snoring? Hey, did you know that snoring kills your brain? Like literally suffocates certain part of your brain when you're snoring. Get some mouth tape. Breathe through your nose. I know this is a wild segment. My topic was mental health. And I tried to come right in to the base of it because I don't believe there can be any mental health without Jesus or our lampshade. He's here to help you. He's here to recover and repair you. He knows so much. He loves you and he's here for you. My Gmail is laurieannismine@gmail.com if you'd like to speak further and you have questions or you're curious or
Revival, heart and soul revival. Wow. I'm on fire. That prayer, with everything you said was really, really touching. I mean, it just hit home. I wanted to piggyback really quick
Yes.
on the brain, how it refreshes. It only happens when you are in a deep sleep. And for years, I had insomnia and I didn't sleep very much. So my brain never had a time to replenish and reset, and it is so critical. So you brought so many gold nuggets, but just a heart for Jesus, and the Holy Spirit was alive. And I just wanted to thank you so much for bringing your heart and soul to this summit, Laurie Ann.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I love you guys, truly.
We love you too. And we are going to move on to the next Laurie, and I don't know if you knew this, her middle name is Ann as well. And
Nice.
yes, and so Laurie to Laurie. We love you. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Oh, our good friend Laurie Hardie. And I just realized that I've been doing most of the talking, but it's because my husband here is doing the production. And you know all about production live and on the radio. And so you know how it goes.
And live, it could be anything. Never know.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get that going.
Hold on, unmute.
One.
I had to agree to some things. Can you hear me
There
now?
we go.
Tracy, and my favorite phrase is, the editing. It's so important, but it can be so tedious. But that was amazing. Thank you for that reel. That was so cool. And boy, I noticed how many different hairstyles I had. But before we start, Janine, this has been an incredible week for you. And also in the midst of big trauma, big loss, you published a book.
Yes.
I have it right here. Can you see it?
Oh, you got it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
So I
Yeah.
just want to honor you because you're making this all about us, but you've had this great accomplishment. And I went and got my copy right away. I'm already highlighting in it.
Oh, thank you so much for mentioning that. Yes, it's been bittersweet. It should have been the of my life, and it ended up being because it was released the same day that my dear mother, Mary Ann Mazursky, passed and went to heaven. And yeah, I sure appreciate you bringing that up. Thank you.
Well, you know,
And you are helping me with my book launch. So stay tuned, everybody. And I just, this is not about self-promotion, but Laurie Hardie is an amazing radio celebrity, but she also does podcasts. And she's helping me with my book launch. And if you want to join our team, a message, because we need as many people on this, because it is all about stories and bringing them into the light of humanity to help make the world a better place, because we feel that our world needs a heart transplant, and you're at the forefront. All of the speakers tonight are on the forefront of making the world a better place. And so I sure appreciate everything that you do for the world, really. And Nicole just said the best. Nicole is a dear friend, book publisher who is on our team. So thank you, Nicole, for tuning in. It is so great to see all people leaving comments. 1,100 people, again, just on YouTube alone. Are you ready to rock the stage, Laurie Hardie?
I am, but I have to tell you, I don't know if you can see yourself, but you look like you have a halo. You're perfectly framed, and it just seems so appropriate for today.
Is it that?
It is. I love it. So
I took my hat off because it's really hot here in Texas, even with the air conditioning on. And that's hilarious that I have a halo. Oh my
well,
God.
you know, enjoy it. Wear it strong for today.
Like Nancy Hart said, you know, I'm showing up as my angel, as your angel.
And this has been so great so far. we talked about, Lorianne talked about loving our brain. How awesome is that? I love it when she said, we don't even think about it. It's just in our head and we do what we do, but that loving our brain. And I love what Tony said, reset isn't weakness, it's wisdom. And then last, well, I can't wait to hear the next two, but what Nancy said about her mom and her grandma in Auschwitz is so crazy that she brought that up today, because just yesterday I was listening to a podcast. It was an interview with Elizabeth. Oh, now her name is just escaping me. I think it's Elizabeth Edgar. She is a Holocaust survivor, Edith, and she talked about so many things and so gracious. And the thing that struck my heart was when they were being filed into Auschwitz, the guard asked her, she's 8 years old. The guard asked her and said, is this your mom or your sister? And she said the truth, my mom. But what that meant and what she had to live with the rest of her life was mom went to the gas chamber and sister went with her. And all of the horrific things that she went through, that anyone in these camps went through, was unbelievable. When she came out, she became a counselor, and she actually danced with Viktor Frankl at some conference. Isn't that crazy? But she became a counselor. And at one point, she had a young man in her counseling chair, and he was going on, obviously, a white supremacist. And he was saying horrible things. And she thought, this is an opportunity. Isn't that what Nancy said? Every situation, this is an opportunity. Yep. And I love all of her books, and I loved her so much. And because she has passed, I was really grateful to bring this up. But what has come up for me when we look at trauma, a lot of strong type A driven businesswomen, they don't want to talk about their trauma because they're doing good, they're making money, but they may have a secret. So because Edith didn't share her story, she didn't want people to know her secret, that she ratted out her mom. And when it happened, she was 8. So she was still thinking as an 8-year-old. So many of us have stories that we don't want to tell. Some of us have stories we do want to tell. But as Tony said, it's not weakness, it's wisdom. And when somebody tells a hard story and somebody listening goes, oh, that is the power of the story. And you're all about story, and stories evolve. So I've done a lot of work with people in recovery. And when they come in, when they're just getting clean, they tell their story, no holes barred. We hear about needles. We hear all the terrible things. And that's good. Oh, yeah. But they tell it in a safe place. Mm-hmm. But then as they get into recovery and as they evolve, and then they go to school and then they become counselors and leaders, their story evolves. Now, does it change? No. But they leave out more of the woundedness, and they put in more of the scars. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that Edith said, I really hope that's her name. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank, but I'm in my 60s. Anyway, the thing about it is that when we finally share our story, that's when the healing can begin. And when we evolve our story, and then we get up on stage and we tell it in a way that people lean in, right, it's going to even have a bigger impact. And as a podcast coach, person who helps people, often women, amazing women, come to me and they go, well, I don't know what I'd say. And I'm always amazed, because I think a lot of us don't realize the impact of our story because we've just survived it. Mm-hmm. We have a friend, Karen Ray, who does the Brave Tour, and she always asks, what was your brave moment? And when people answer, they're like, it wasn't brave at the time. Right. But when I look back, it was my brave moment. And that's why stories are so important. Mm-hmm. And so when we come from trauma, now some of you know this, we hear this all the time, fight or flight. And sometimes that's hard for me to relate to, because it's kind of like overused. But there's 3 more. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn, and flop. Isn't that weird? Did you know it's flop? And the thing about it, when we have a traumatic story and we don't want to share it, that's okay. We don't have to get up on stage and share it. But if we don't, tell someone, write it in a journal, tell a trusted friend, then we stuff it back in. And guess what? We get sick. We behave badly. Sometimes we apologize for everything that's not even our fault because we've internalized that story that we're bad. And then when somebody else shares a similar story and we go, oh my goodness, they survived it. Which one? Isolation. Tony was talking about isolation. But when we share it and somebody can relate, lives actually change. I'll never forget a time I went to a Woman of Faith conference, and my girlfriend dragged me. I was so depressed. I just had a second short marriage, and I felt like the biggest failure in the universe. And one of Billy Graham's daughters got up, not the really famous one, the next one. And she had recently gone through a situation. She had to escape from the man, and she went home to mom and dad. And rather than shaming her for marrying for the wrong reasons, whatever, they recognized he was a narcissist and they helped her. And I went away from there so encouraged because I thought my life was over. I thought that was it. And so the power of story is so important. And when you think about fight, flight, freeze, fawn, and flop, think about if you have trauma, where are you landing? So recently I realized I was landing in fawn. So I'm not a people pleaser, but I will try to make you happy so you don't kill me or hurt me because that's my childhood trauma. And so as an adult being made aware of this, we can use those trauma things to help somebody else who's stuck in fix-it mode. That might be fawn, or maybe they're going to fight you. You know, these type A businesswomen, they're going to fight you because they know what they're doing, but maybe they're not surrendering to that fight is still a mechanism. And so we can talk about this all day long, but I'm going to wrap it up here. If you are thinking about doing a podcast and you think your story doesn't matter, I have a little freebie that you can get that will walk you through the process of what are your stories? How can they make a difference? Because our story isn't one big story. It's 100 little stories. And that's where the magic happens, when we can realize each little thing we've gone through can impact somebody's life. Thank you so much.
Powerful. You told me about the other two F's, and it really made so much sense. I do want to talk about that podcaster tool because you helped me. Oh man, how long ago? 6 months or 4 months?
And you already have 100,000 downloads. That's so
25,000 now, and almost in the top 5%. And I just want to mention that you are constantly wanting to grow and get better. I mean, it never stops. And you even made improvements to the already amazing tool, the podcaster tool. So it's on fire. And again, I would recommend that anybody go get that free tool. And if you are inclined to want a podcast, Laurie is your lady because she makes it easy. She does so much. She's still doing some editing for me. Oh, did I say that out loud?
And we're going to get your book on tape. And we're going to get that book on tape.
Yes. And we just love you. And it's okay that we're going over. I just wanted to mention really quick, our other speaker, Debbie Lynn, was supposed to be here. And she just sent me a note that says she's in the hospital. So if we could pray for her, make sure everything's good. She wanted to be here so bad. I'm not sure what's going on, but just say a little prayer for her. And again, Laurie, it is always a pleasure having you. You are so full of knowledge, but just a presence of, you just give me so much love and peace and an attitude of gratitude every time I see you and talk to you. So thank you.
Thank you.
But the victory is a 2-point margin for the Lady Raiders of Texas Tech.
It's always fun to see a national championship team then and find out the answer to the question, where are they now? For one member of the 93 championship team, Nikki Heath.
We want people to have joy when they see us play because that's what we feel when we're up there.
It's becoming a singer.
When I was at Tech, I actually wrote a song about the national championship team called We Can Make It Happen.
'Cause we can make it happen. We can go all the way. I believe in you, you believe in me. We can make it happen.
that was actually on my first album that I put out. It was my first solo album.
Now touring all over Texas with her group Beyond Destiny, Nikki has always had the passion to sing. She even wrote her first song at 6 years old.
My mom and grandma, they're both like, they looked at each other, then they looked at me and they realized, okay, she's got some talent here, not only in sports, but also in music.
Nikki also has another passion, fueled by her time at Texas Tech. She's also a basketball coach, spent time at Sterling City, head coach for Lubbock High, and now with Frisco. Naturally, in this day and age of social media, it didn't take too long for her students to find out.
My first year there, only a few knew. And then by my second or third year, they're all like, Coach Heath can sing. Wait a minute, Coach Heath is on Spotify. We'd go on bus trips and they would start playing my songs in the back of the bus. Some of our players, I just died laughing. And they start singing some of my songs. And it got where now they're like, oh, Coach Heath. And so now they know. So when is your next single coming out, Coach Heath? When is the album coming out? And it's pretty fun.
From an athlete to coach to singer, musician, even a motivational speaker, undoubtedly, Nikki was born to influence.
Our gifts that we have is what God gives to us. And what we do with those gifts is what we give back to God. So for me, it's my ministry. But when it comes to sports or when it comes to music, anything that I decide to do, I really want to use it as a positive impact to help other people, to help other artists, help other musicians, help other singers, whatever it is, and to give back. And that, to me, that is my way of giving back my gift to the world that God has given me.
Whether it be a drill or a new song or trying to win the national championship, just like her ode to Texas Tech, she continues to prove we can make it happen.
The Rockstar Diaries Special Edition TV show.
And now, Joellyn W. Martin.
Joellyn! Oh my God, this is so exciting. It is. I met you just a few months ago. You are another sister, another Mr. An array of sunshine. We are so excited to have you. And I don't even begin, so I'm just going to let you take it away. Are you ready to rock and roll?
I am. This is the first time on a stage like this. So I thank you so much for the opportunity to be on this type of a platform. So I didn't really know exactly how to prepare, but we're just going to go for it. Have you ever prayed for something that you have now? Maybe you thought never could happen? Have you wanted to look better and feel better? These questions will be addressed in a few minutes. With the time that we have, I will share a little of my journey, where I was, where I am now, and where I'm going. At the age of 71, I am not done yet. I have stuff to do, and I also feel I have some lost time to make up for. The title that I came up with for this was Going Through the Fire and Coming Out the Other Side. How I felt like a whack-a-mole and living a real-life Groundhog Day and coming out a survivor. As we go through this, you will learn about my connection to these marmots, fountains, drains, God winks, the number 2, abundance, resilience, living agelessly, and the number 39. Where I am now took courage and not giving up. I had lived through years of trauma, and I was praying for help. But I also wanted to be a part of something bigger than me and to help others. I found people who were doers. They wanted more out of life too. They were fountains who lifted me when I needed it. and sometimes I was the fountain. I have no time for those who drain the energy from me no longer, so let's be fountains and not drains, shall we? I have experienced a few major traumatic upsets in my life, and today I will share a little bit about 3 of them. Trauma number 1. My journey began in a very dysfunctional family, and it took years for me to realize just how much so. My dad was into heavy construction. One day he fell from a very large piece of equipment. These rigs could be more than 2 stories tall. The wheels alone are enormous. I can't recall many things from my childhood, but I do remember when I was about 5 years old, walking through the hospital halls because my dad was in one of those rooms. I believe that was the first of my many traumatic events to come. That is the day that everything changed for my family, because from that experience, he became an alcoholic. My mother became a battered wife, and my siblings and I lived through almost daily chaos and fear, especially my brother, who is 18 months younger than me. I was the oldest of 4, 1 sister, 2 brothers. Every day depended on the mood my dad was in. I learned not to expect much, to stay quiet, and to somehow become an excellent student. I love learning history, which has stayed with me. A childhood should not be the place to learn about trauma. I have learned that trauma is cumulative and proceeds to wreck the nervous system. The body remembers it, while the brain may not. My hero was my Nana. She took me to church. She told me I had a beautiful voice. She loved playing bingo, and we took the bus everywhere. And she always made sure that there were Christmas presents under the tree. On one trip to a fair, I won my first stuffed animal using the number 2. What is cool about that was that the number 2 had come up a couple of times, and I decided to try it, and it worked. I don't know whether the man behind the counter had anything to do with it, but I'm going with intuition. It's been my lucky number ever since. My Nan also told me that I would grow up with an intense gift of intuition, that I would sense things that other people would not. I had no idea what she meant, but it turns out the number 2 was just the beginning. When my youngest brother was born, it was clear to other family members that they felt he was not developing quite right. As he got a little older, he had an obsession with record players, tires, and washing machines. Anything that was round and moving. At that time, no one talked about autism, but it became very clear to me many years later that that's what he was dealing with. He was first diagnosed with alcoholic syndrome. That made no sense to me even as a child, because my mom was never drunk, or so I thought. By the time he was ready to start kindergarten, some crazy doctors thought that it would be a good idea for him to live outside the home in some sort of institution. Can you imagine sending a 5-year-old away like that? It turned out to be the worst possible decision. I learned years later, when he was there, he was both physically and sexually abused. My mother never forgave herself. She spent the rest of her life as her mission to take care of him herself. It became time, though, at some point to find him another place to go. My mother fought tooth and nail against it. But to the unrelenting efforts of my sister, a good program was found. He is 61 years old now, doing well after years of wrong medications and dosages. He can tell you anything and everything about a record album, and he can beat you at a game of pool. When I was 16, my mother was a waitress at a restaurant, and the owner had a 17-year-old son. She enjoyed playing matchmaker in finding someone who would be good for me. 3 years later, we were married, way too young, but back then, many girls were engaged in high school. We had 3 sons, moved several times as he climbed the corporate ladder, including travel to many other countries. I was the one doing pretty much everything else. I made sure that every Christmas there were lots of presents. We had a good life, but there were a lot of challenges, arguments, and even some dysfunction. I was not raised with good role models, and he had experienced fear and anxiety himself. I did the best I could with what I knew, but I did not want. And I knew what I did not want. But it takes 2 people to agree to what works and what doesn't. Was there affair? Maybe, maybe not. Trauma number 2. The marriage ended after 34 years, as amicable as possible. Going through a divorce, I did not know that the trauma number 3 was coming, and it was the hardest of all. Going through a divorce can be very difficult. My sons were older, I had grandchildren, but it was still difficult on my family. But I knew that it was the right thing to do. God does not call the qualified, but he qualifies the called. I truly believe that's what happened to me. Through all that I had been through, lessons learned was preparing me for what came next. After living on my own in an apartment for the first time in my life, shortly after, I had a condo built, welcoming new grandbabies, meeting other divorced women, dating on multiple sites, I met my future husband on the dating app, Plenty of Fish. I wonder if that still exists. I met him in December of 2010. A couple of months later, we drove to Mississippi to meet his favorite aunt. I could tell that they shared a very close connection. She was beautiful and so lovely. Before our visit ended, she gave me a book called God Winks. She explained she gave it to me, and it was because she sensed that she received a God wink that Craig and I would become a couple. I felt it too, and we were both right. We got engaged in November of that year in 2011 in New York City, including a carriage ride through Central Park, with plans to get married the following October of 2012. By mid-December, I felt the very strong nudge that we should get married earlier. This was a big deal for me because even as a young girl, I had always envisioned an October wedding. It did not happen in the first marriage, and I really wanted to, but the feelings were too strong. We only had a few days to decide before it would be too late to apply for a marriage license. I approached the idea, and he agreed. Why wait? And besides, it would be a good tax deduction. Such a romantic, isn't he? We got married on New Year's Eve at City Hall and brought in the new year with people we did not know. What a blast. We were so excited to start this new journey. We both had been divorced about the same amount of time. He had 1 son, I had 3, so it seemed like it would work. After some initial adjustments, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. In the afternoon of March 12th, 3 months later, I was leaving the house to see my grandchildren on St. Patrick's Day. I had a sense that my stepson was home, although I did not hear the usual sound of the door when he would come home. But I still felt he was there and called his name. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw something and turned to look at it. It was something I had never seen before. It was a transparent shape, similar to a kite that was floating in the air, billowing back and forth, in and out, and vanished in a few seconds. I was not afraid, but thought, oh well, I was right thinking that I had always had the feeling that this house was haunted for some reason. Can't really explain, but had the feeling before in another home many years prior. I left the house and cannot tell you to this day how I got to my daughter-in-law's house, who was there, what we did, how I got home. But only memory is telling my daughter-in-law was that I forgot my phone, and what if my husband tried to call me? The next thing I remember was walking through the door and seeing my husband on the phone standing in the patio room with his back to me. He ended the call, turned to me and said, "Alex is dead." My thoughts go blank. I find my phone and call Alex several times. This must be a mistake. Tragically, it was not. I realized what the shape was. It was Alex, my husband's 23-year-old son, his only child, whose death was caused by another. Somehow, in the hours that followed, were unimaginable grief, confusion, and what do we do? Somehow I instinctively knew I had to keep track of what was happening. The dining room table became mission central. Can you see what was happening? The reason for getting married early? If we had not, and we waited, I would not have been the wife. I would not have been able to take calls from law enforcement and lawyers. My husband and his ex-wife were in no condition to handle any of that. I was barely hanging on myself. My mother over the years had strokes and developed nasal cancer from years of smoking and stress. 6 months after Alex's death, my sister called to tell me that her mom was not doing good and that I needed to come. I stayed with my sister, and she drove me every day to stay with my mom before she went to work. I did that for 30 days plus. And yes, felt like I was living a real Groundhog Day. Every day was the same, except for one day. Ironically, Alex had been killed not far from where my sister lived. So when my mother was on her deathbed, I drove to the location and spent a few hours talking with a couple of women who were trying to sort out the details. Visiting that location was something my husband has never done, and he never will. I had to do it. What happened after that for months was a marriage that never really took off. I had to prioritize my husband while sacrificing time with my family. I was resentful. To this day, we still don't know the truth because people lie. I yelled out to God many times to give me another assignment as I was packing up boxes from Walmart because I was not staying. It was too hard. I don't want this assignment. I would always get the same answer back. Wait and stay. It will all turn out. Just stay. How many other women could do that? I think my experiences from childhood, prior marriage, and years of living like a whack-a-mole, of trying and being pushed back down, had taught me how to survive and to keep going. I was being resilient. God does not promise that bad things will not happen, but He does promise that He will bring people into our lives to help when we need it the most. Have you experienced that? I have learned that I am brave and capable of many things. Over the last 3 years, I have been in 3 collaborative books, planning on my own, and started a podcast, thanks to the constant encouragement of my friend, Laurie Hardie, who is also on this today. I share my ageless voice. I am no superwoman, but I do have a superpower, and it is my Nana wisdom. My husband and I celebrated 14 years of marriage and looking forward to his semi-retirement, because knowing him, he will never retire of his own free will. We have 9 grandchildren ranging in age from 9 to 25, and life is good. It is abundant. What I'm doing now is continuing on my 3-year-long journey so far with health and wellness as a health advocate, and I would love to share that with you. I have partnered with the company LifeWave that specializes in overall wellness with X39, a stem cell activation process. As we age, our stem cells go dormant, but this technology can also create new stem cells. Every disease and sickness starts in a cell. The big topics right now are peptides, NAD, mitochondria, cognitive function, and aging. Did you know that our body already has GHK copper peptides, the youthful peptide? We don't need a shot, we just need to know how to activate what we already have. And X39 does that. It's a little patch that I put on the back of my neck every day while brushing my teeth, and I take it off 12 hours later before I go to bed. It uses the light from our own bodies. I have found the fountain of youth. Another reason I think I love fountains, and the secret to aging backwards. During the last year, my cognitive function is top-notch. I wouldn't be able to do all the things that I am doing without the help of this patch. Most days before that, I would struggle with brain fog daily. My nervous system is adjusting from my trauma brain. My memory has improved, I have better sleep, and so much more with no drugs, stimulants, and much less expensive than other stem cell procedures you may know about. I'm offering a free health tracker, a PDF, to get some answers to your questions. Maybe this could help you as well. I hope my experiences and knowledge have helped you in some way. Remember that you too are brave and you are strong. We never know how strong we are until that is all we can be. Thank you for listening. Live young, live well, and live long.
I am so proud of you. How do you feel?
Thank you. I feel a little shaky.
I am so proud of you. And that stuff you shared it takes a lot of courage. So you should feel really good about this. And we sure are honored to have you. Oh, yes. So thank you again. Have a great rest of your day. And remember that we are all healing out loud, and it's the only way to go. Community. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
The new release, Story to Stage by Janine Emily Smith.
When I think about you
Get your copy today at story-2-stage.com.
The love that you see in me.
Cedar Ridge Acres. Soap. Why? 'Cause you smell good.
Hi, I'm Laurie Hardie, and I help business owners go from frustration to ease when it comes to podcasting. If you're looking to boost your credibility and grow your business but feel overwhelmed by the process, I've got you covered. With over 30 years of experience in top radio markets, I know how to make your voice heard. My 7-day Podcast Pro program helps you move from scattered and unsure to confidently launching and maintaining a podcast that connects with your audience, builds your legacy. It's done with ease and minimal time. Plus, I'll share insider tips to help you rank in the top 5% and take your message national or even global. 7-day Podcast Pro is your launch pad. Let's get your voice into the world where it belongs.
You're watching the Rockstar Diaries TV show.
The new release, Story to Stage by Janine Emily Smith. Get your copy today at story-2-stage.com.
Get it while it's hot or cold. So good.
Rockstar Diaries swag. Scan now.
Get your exclusive gear.
Check it out.